good? What's good? Okay, so I'm gonna let this just run through, okay? But basically, we're gonna go look at the description. Now, if you want to watch the full video, I'm gonna put a link to the description in the link to in the description below. So basically, my thing is comments, man. Okay, so on August 2nd, 2023, officers were dispatched to a residence in response to a domestic dispute involving a brother and sister. This is footage of the events that followed. I don't know why it just paused by itself. But anyway, basically this guy right here is called a law on his sister because his nasty behind, right, he didn't clean the bathroom. He didn't clean up behind himself. So everybody, my thing is the comments, because I just don't like how people always speculate, but they speculate against, like, they so hive-minded, like they don't really think outside the box or really pay attention to see what could possibly be going on. And you're gonna see what I mean in the comments. So, and I had to get on here and share my 2 cents, man. If you don't want to listen, hey, like I said, I'm gonna share the link to this video in my description. But again, this guy called along his sister, right? And he said that he came home or whatever, and I guess he went to use the bathroom, came out. He tried to blame me. He said he cleans up behind himself. He tried to say that the guest, because his sister has guests right now, and he tried to say that blame the nastiness of the bathroom on the guest. But and I guess she snapped and she put hands on him. That's my perspective. She snapped and she put hands on him because she's sick of it. Now, this is my comment right here, this top one. It says, to hell with Gerald. He's a dirty A lane with a soul glow afro who called the cops on his people because he let his big sister whoop his A. She should have put hands on his dirty A, right? She keeping the house clean, and he comes in the bathroom and dirties it up, walking around smiling like he ain't done nothing. Constantly doing that would make anybody mad. You could tell he's nasty based off his room. Yeah, he should leave, but he can't because he's nasty and broke. Now, I said that because there's so many people in the comment section saying that he needs to leave. Like, you see this third post right here, Gerald might want to get his own place, and it's more like that. We're going to get into these comments, man. But like I said, the world just be so soft and right. Like, I think somebody said that he was autistic, but he said his sister was autistic, but they trying to say that the people in the comments are saying that Gerald, that's the guy in the purple shirt, they're saying he's autistic. So basically what the cops ended up doing, the cops started arresting his sister because of a domestic violence call, you know. And then once they got there, she ran into her bedroom. Now she's standing right there with no shirt on. They was like, put on some clothes. And she's like, no, this is my house. And there's people roasting her about that. Why she's in front of her brother with no shirt on. And we're going to get to it in just a second. So like I said, my purpose for this video is basically just to dog these people for their comments, man. And you could dog me for mine. Maybe you believe like the other people believe. And there's lots of other people that believe that way, but I'm not rocking with them. So let's get into it. Only person disrespecting her ancestors is her. Now they saying that, and you see 1.2 thousand people like that. They saying that because the woman was spitting some crazy stuff. Now she was talking about how the ancestors. If you listen to what she's saying, she sound crazy, but she sound like she know what she. You know what I mean? You know those type of people that be like, are you paying attention to the signs of the universe? What's going on June 29th, XYZ happened. Guess what? Same thing happened last year. The ancestors are coming back. Like, she's saying stuff like that, right? And she was and then the cops stepped on her plant, on her ancestral plant, and that really made her mad too. So that's why they saying only person disrespect her ancestors is her. Gerald might want to get his own place. Yeah, he should. Gerald should get his own place. Now the other three, I'm not gonna say that they crazy because that's dismissive. I don't know them people. Now again, I'm just speculating as to what I think is going on. Just like the rest of these people are doing in this comment section, I'm just giving it some more context from my point of view. I forgot that I'm right here in the corner. I'm just giving it some more context from my point of view, as well as a little bit more depth on how I feel about it. So to whoever blurred the video, thank you. People are just stupid, man. That's beside the point. Like, people's comments be pointless, right? Like, okay, she was nude. Like, you act like you ain't never seen breasts before, man. You know what I'm saying? You act like you ain't seen. You can watch blood and guts and gore on movies all the time. You can watch those people be half naked a lot of times in those rated R movies. You can watch men kissing and women kissing each other, homosexuality. You can endure all of that, but the thought of seeing this this heavy set black lady topless is just beyond fathomable to you, to so much to the point where you think so. You can kind of see. Let me go back a little bit. You can kind of see how nasty his room is, just a little bit. You know what I mean? He's really not. He probably can't open the door. You know what I mean? If you look into the sister room, her room is pretty clean. The room adjacent to hers is adjacent to top or beside. Either way, the one beside hers, it was pretty clean too. You're probably, but she even told him, she's like, I keep this house clean. I keep this yard clean. My mom bought me this cup a while back. Shout out to my mom. So yeah. In the name of Jesus, you can see, like I said, you can see how nasty his room was. So you know he nasty. The whole house clean except for his room. That's why he got his door shut, because he know it's nasty in there. That's not his room. That's his sister's room. Okay. So in the name of Jesus Christ, I pray that Gerald got out of that house safely and is able to either live safely on his own or with some roommates or with same roommates. Me too. Gerald need to leave because what he did was lame. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got into a scuffle with your sister for cleanliness. This is why they got into it. This is what he said himself. He didn't clean the bathroom because at first he tried to blame it on somebody else. But then as the video goes on, you hear him say it several times when he was trying to explain it to the other officers that they got into a scuffle because he didn't clean the bathroom. All right, the brother with the autism is definitely getting bullied by his family members. I feel so bad that he has to live with such aggressive, unforgiving people like that. I hope he gets away from them ASAP. Now, again, man, they just speculate. They don't know nothing about these people, and which I'm speculating too. But like I said, this is why I'm trying to kind of, maybe take up for them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because the girl said all she did was tap the officer on his shoulder, the pretty light skinned one in the orange shirt. So 3 of them ended up getting arrested. The oldest sister, the one in that room they trying to get into, and then this younger guy come in a blue sweater, he start bucking. Then all of a sudden you see this girl in this orange, this pretty light skinned girl in this orange jacket get, hemmed up. But anyway, at least the house was clean. I like that comment. But that was the whole point. That's the whole point of the video, that the house was clean and he was not. Oh my God, who in the hell comes out naked in front of your brother, let alone the police? Ill. People are stupid. That's your concern? So what that this woman came out topless? Again, because she's a heavy-set black lady? Or I guess her race really wouldn't matter. She's a heavy-set lady with her breasts hanging out? So what? You've seen worse in movies. Okay? She did what she did. She didn't care nothing about concealing herself like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it is what it is. It's up in the air. She's ready to buck. See, they even tried to put on the shirt. She's like, no, I don't want no shirt. Take me in like this. Do water ever give y'all heartburn? Try to drink some water to get over the heartburn, and it kind of helps, but then again, it also gives you heartburn. Anyway, the sad thing is that they will all blame Gerald for their actions. Yes, Gerald kicked it all off. He was nasty. He went in the bathroom with his nasty behind. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And if I am, forgive me. Because people can be wrong. And I would admit, and if I'm wrong, I would admit that. But like I said, people are speculating. I'm speculating as well. Okay. And based off what I seen, Gerald was nasty. And the police came to the door. He out there with that soul glow afro, acting like he ain't done nothing. You know that little kid that's a bully but a crybaby at the same time. They talk about he bullying them. He walking around the house nasty. All they ask you to do is clean up, boy. Your room is nasty and you keep the bathroom nasty. You see what I'm saying? Her room ain't nasty. Her room ain't junky. It ain't got clothes everywhere and cups and you know what nasty is. That's not her room ain't nasty. Okay? So who comes out topless when the police arrive? All of us hope Gerald can get out of that fiasco ASAP. You could tell grandma owned that house and is no longer with us. That guy looked like the most peaceful, laid-back guy I can't imagine being in his position. This guy gave me a migraine. This gave me a migraine. So again, man, these people are just loving on this Gerald guy. Like I said, he threw the stone and hid his hand. Now these people are aggressive, but you don't know why they are aggressive. The lady already said that she didn't like the cops. That she really didn't like the cops. She said that from the beginning when they first came in. And she was telling them, they already know about me. They already know about me. You better ask them. They go to pretty light skin right now. Yeah, so if you're watching this, baby, shout out to you. So anyway, you don't know why this family is aggressive. But all these people in these comment sections are speculating. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that they can say, at least the house is clean. What does that mean? Did they look like they would be nasty? This woman was in her house with no shirt on. That makes her look like the house should be nasty? I don't know, man. People, like I said, people are just so judgmental. At least the brother gets one night of peace. Yeah, and I bet he gonna love it, man. But I hope they put his black behind out when they get out. You decided to hit your family member, but it's the racist system. I appreciate living alone with just my animals so much. Good for you, fool. Don't nobody want to live alone. You just stuck living alone. You and your 1.6 thousand followers. I live alone. Well, I currently got some house guests right now, but for the last 4 years, and typically I live alone. And I don't want to live alone. I'm glad. I'm thankful for my peace. Don't get me wrong. I'm ecstatic for my peace. I worked hard to get this peace that I have. But at the same time, I definitely want somebody here. I'm not going to say that I appreciate living alone because I would really love to be living with somebody that I loved and I could vibe with, and et cetera, et cetera. Gerald is a victim of domestic abuse, and he was brave to call the police and know his self-worth. I'm glad he took a stand for himself. Man, who does that? Karens do that. Oh, he hit me. She popped you, boy. Your older sister popped you, left a little knot on your head, and you called the police on her. It wasn't like she was still in there whooping your black behind. It ain't like she was in there beating you till you was bloody, torturing you. Your nasty behind should have cleaned up the bathroom. This guy who called, let's open a GoFundMe to get him out of that house. Open a GoFundMe for me. Yeah, open up a GoFundMe for me so I can live a better life. I mean, I'm good. I got my bills paid, a little bit of cash in my pocket. I keep some food on my table. But open up a GoFundMe for me, so I can have a little bit more money, and maybe I could travel a little bit further out, and I can go find Mrs. Right. Yeah, do that. Open up a GoFundMe for me so I can go find Mrs. Right. She said this is God's holy trap house. She did say that. That was kind of funny. Everybody in that house is behaving like they're cracked out except for the one who has a job and is trying to go to work. Pure nuts. Why they got to be crackheads? Now, they didn't say that. They said it was acting like they was cracked out. But come on now. The speculation. Look at this woman. Does she look like you know what I'm saying? She is missing some teeth. But if you listen to her talk, she sounds like to an average person, she might sound like she's loopy. But maybe if you sat down and had a conversation with this woman, you would find something different. Ask her what makes her believe how she believes. Where does she get this stuff that she's coming up with? But ain't nobody done that. They just speculating, oh, she looked like a fat crackhead. I'm more shocked how neat and clean the house is. I'm sure Gerald is the one responsible for that. People do not. That's what I'm talking about. People do not watch. The whole point of this was, the woman even said it at the beginning of the video. She said, I keep this house clean. I keep this yard clean. First thing this man said was, one of the first things he said was, she hit me because I didn't clean the bathroom. So then you got idiots like this, Crosley 62. I'm more shocked at how neat and clean the house he is. Why? My house is neat and clean. I got dreadlocks. I wear gold. Got gold chains around my neck. Like, I'm just saying, what is the criteria for somebody looking nasty? Looking like their house shouldn't be clean is what I'm saying. Why are you shocked? Like when you see people be like, oh my gosh, their vocabulary is so magnificent, or she speaks so well. Especially when they're referring to little black kids. Oh, she speaks so well, or her vocabulary is so, like, what does that mean? Is she not supposed to be able to? Is he not supposed to be able to speak very well and fluently? He's not, and these children not supposed to know big words? I don't, you know what I'm saying? They be just shocked. If I hear it, I see it, I'll be like, okay, somebody been teaching that child. That's what's up. Or that child is smart, you know what I mean? It ain't no shock though. This family is possessed, and somebody needs to save that poor individual that was assaulted. I have no doubt that they are abusing him behind closed doors. What an evil family. Look at that. Look at that rhetoric that Michelle Stewart 8049 is spewing. Look at that heathen. Should I call you a heathen for saying what you said? You heathen. She was utterly ridiculous. How so, Sway? How so? She was a little eccentric. But at the same time, she was being, carted off by a bunch of guys in uniform, forced their way into her house while she was in there half naked and broke into her room because, they broke into her room. They look at her pretty self. Now I'm just based off her, her look. She looks pretty. I don't know anything about this woman. I don't know, none of that. So, no, I'm just saying she's pretty. But anyway, they did break into her room. They used a screwdriver to get in. I think he ended up using his nails or something. But they broke into her room and they pinned her down and they handcuffed her. And then the other guy in the blue hem, he came out and he's like, "What are y'all doing? Why are y'all taking her to jail?" Whoop de whoop. He was like, "Y'all not taking her to jail." He went to bucking. Lowest humans in society. Total disrespect for authority. Who says you have to respect authority, man? Who says that? I don't like comments like that. I don't like people like that. Who says that you have to respect authority? Who says that? And where does they say somebody came in and stole some land from somebody else? And they put up a whole bunch of their rules and regulations and got a whole bunch of big people to assert those rules and regulations. And they run it like any other business, just like, any other business, any other school. We know that America is a business. Okay. So you got your people that you don't never see, the owners of the top Fortune 500 company. You don't never see them. The investors and whatnot, the people who got the big money that you don't ever see. Then you see the supposed owner or whatever. Really they're just the manager. Okay. So you see the manager, just like the president. He's just the manager. He's just following out orders from the guys up top. The people that you never see. Okay, you don't know nothing about. He follows orders from them, and it rolls downhill. And that's what it is. So what is, who said that you had to respect authority? Okay. I'm gonna do a couple of more and then I'm just gonna uh end it on up out of here. But lowest humans in society. That's who says that? Toot Barkley 7276. Come on now, man. You don't know these people. How dare you sit there and call them lowest humans in society? They got a roof over their head. Even if grandma's passed on, they still got a roof over their head at the time. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what their finances is. I don't know nothing about these people. But for you guys to get on this comment section and just speculate and blast them is just ridiculous. But this is the society that we live in, man. People are so judgmental, and they judgment in a laughing way, in a just Karenistic way, man. If I could think of many examples, but I don't want to, take up more time than I've already taken up. Let's see. Let's get about a couple of more in. The story of how 3 people got arrested and humiliated because one guy didn't clean the bathroom, right? But they forget that this guy's the one that called the police in the first place. But at least they watched the video. They see that he didn't clean the bathroom. The story of how 3 people got arrested and humiliated because one guy didn't clean the bathroom. It's crazy. The Hills Have Eyes The Hills Have Eyes Hood Edition. That's crazy, man. So you calling these people ghoulies? Do you remember what the people on the Hills Have Eyes look like? Them people in them people in them. I guess was they in the Appalachian Mountains? But I know on one of them Hills Have Eyes, they was in mountains. Either way, this is what you are. Did you see these people? They was all discombobulated and slobbing all out the mouth and just looking like the guy off the Goonies. Like this is what this person Tiffany Smith 3210 says. Look at that stupid picture she got up. The Hills Have Eyes Hood Edition and 59 people like that. Diabolical, man. Just rude. Dude in the hoodie really called the cops a bully, like they aren't terrorizing a man with autism. Why do they keep saying this dude has autism? This dude has nastytism. We're going to get 2 more in and then we're going to be out of here. I'm going to wrap it up. No telling what poor Gerald went through in that house. What the Hills Have Eyes is going on in his family. Yikes, poor Gerald. You know what I'm saying? And it goes on and on. This dude who called is being abused. He needs to get out of the house before the lunatics harm him. Cop, you're wrapped. It's like a hug. Poor Gerald. They need to sell the house. Gerald should take his portion and run. They wrap this fool up like a burrito. I said the same thing when I was watching this. I'm like, yeah, they wrap him up like a burrito. Mental illness is everything. Prayers to this family. Who says that they're mentally ill? That's again like calling somebody crazy. I'm not saying that they're not, but I'm not saying that they are either. Like I said, I don't know them, but the people's speculation is just terrible. So I come on here to victim finally has the house to herself. God's holy trap house is my girl. No shirt is diabolical. So I come on here to advocate for the so-called suspects. You know what I mean? Just to say you don't know them people. You don't know why they did what they did. You don't know. All we could see from the video is this guy Gerald called the cops because his big sister popped him a few times because he didn't clean the bathroom. And then his sister, not liking the police, ran into her bedroom and locked the door and told them, no, y'all not going to get me. And she started praying and telling them that, y'all ain't nothing. Okay. Get out my house. I don't consent to no search. Y'all can't come in. None of that. Yeah. So I don't know what happened. Things just stopped recording for whatever reason. But like I was saying, they barged into a room and they took her and, You know what I'm saying? The guy in the blue, he came in and he bucked. He was like, y'all not taking her. Y'all don't know what y'all doing, what y'all arresting her for. Then the girl in the orange says she tapped the guy on the shoulder, but he says that she slapped her on the back. Either way, she ended up going to jail as well. And all because Gerald threw a rock and hit his hand. All because he got popped a few times for not cleaning the bathroom. You know what I mean? You pop your teenager in the down. You pop them. You tell them to do something and they don't do it, right? So, you know, and if you don't, then maybe you just don't. But I know back in the days when I was growing up, you was told to do something, you didn't do it, you got a whooping, or you got popped or something. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, this is what happened, man. And again, this was just me basically giving my little my thoughts on how these people get in these comments and just speculate and just dog and downgrade people and be so judgmental and judge so harshly and recklessly and say things and that could, you know, potentially you know, other people may see it and persuade them to think the same way. And you know what I mean? On these platforms and stuff, we have to be careful and cautious about what we say and do, despite what others say and do. So yeah, you know, especially if you're on here talking against what they were doing, but then you'll go and do the same thing by joking and cracking jokes and calling them overweight and crackheads and all of this other stuff that people do, you know. So yeah, man, just leave your comments in the comment section below on how you feel about this. You know, I'm out.